Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and I'd like to answer a question that I don't get so much from clients, but I do see a lot in the newspaper, and sometimes I get it as comments on videos or blog posts, and that has to do with fraud. And the question is this: is there this overabundance of fraud in the Social Security disability program? There seems to be this, I guess there's this perception out there that there's all kind of fraud, that you see the politicians standing up making these speeches that are going to cut back on fraud and Social Security and save the system all this money. And here's the truth of it all. Yeah, there is some fraud. There's going to be fraud in any government program, but relatively speaking, fraud in disability is quite low. It's a very, very small percentage. The cases where there is fraud, I think there was a case out of Kentucky where some lawyer was in cahoots with a doctor and a judge, and they were ripping Social Security off to the tune of millions of dollars. Yeah, those cases do exist. They're really very, very rare. For the most part, Social Security is pretty good about limiting the program. I saw one editorial where somebody was complaining that the standards are too loose. And again, if you read the standards themselves, the listings, or you look at some of the arguments under functional capacity, it does seem kind of loosey-goosey, that you're having back pain or you're having depression, and how do you quantify that? But what I'll tell you is for the last couple of years, the approval rates, certainly at hearings, have gone from about 60% at hearings to right at 40%. So Social Security is really tightening it up. I will tell you from my perspective as an attorney, it's much, much more difficult to get approved. What we're seeing is that judges are demanding objective evidence in the form of an MRI, a CT, nerve conduction studies. The days when you could go in and say, I'm in a lot of pain, but we really don't know why, go ahead and approve me. People are not getting approved for that anymore. So I think that it's really a fallacy to say that disability is easy to get, that people are getting on, they're not deserving. That's just not happening. I will say, however, that Social Security has not done very much to review cases to see if people have gotten any improvement. There's not a lot of movement once somebody's on disability to get off disability, which is a shame because Social Security has a number of programs, the trial work period program and the ticket to work, that would help you get off disability. And certainly I think you'll make more money and be more satisfied personally if you're able to work and you get off disability, and there's certainly a lot of incentive to try to help you get off without sacrificing your benefits. But in terms of outright fraud, it's actually quite rare. The standards have gotten a lot tighter, and this is by no means a free lunch. I mean, the way I always look at it is, if you are working and you decide to stop working because you're disabled, are you really going to want to sit at home for 2 years struggling to put food on the table, hoping that Social Security is going to find you disabled 2 years down the road? It's just not going to happen. And people don't give up careers to go on disability. My experience has been that legitimate claimants would much rather be out there working. They don't want to be on disability, but they simply cannot work at all. And certainly if you cannot work and you're deserving, you've got medical support behind you, then that's what the disability program is all about. So nobody is talking about eliminating disability for deserving claimants. And my experience has been that disability is maybe not very good about processing the cases quickly and getting rid of the undeserving people, but deserving claimants, they should, if you can't work, that's what this program is for. And the people that say that the program is rife with fraud, that's just not true. That's my experience, at least. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful. If you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube or a like on Facebook. And if you have any questions about how to get approved if you are a deserving claimant, please reach out to me. Thank you very much.